I'm Oskar.
And I'm Dan.
And I'm Kaisa.
And today we're in
Norway!
God morgon!
God morgon to all of you.
We are in Sweden. It's been a while. It feels so fun to be back. We're going to be spending 3 weeks here, but we're interrupting it at the very start.
Yeah, the first thing we're doing in Sweden is leaving Sweden.
We're heading to Norway. The reason we didn't fly straight into Oslo is we want to have a rental car because we're going to drive all over while we're here.
So now we're driving from Gothenburg up to Oslo. We're gonna be spending Norwegian National Day in Oslo with our very dear friend Kaisa, who I think a lot of you people will recognize and know from our previous videos. And then we are driving further up into Norway, into the mountains. So that's the game plan.
Norway, the friendly neighbor to the country we grew up in, Sweden, celebrates its National Day every year on May 17th. And when they celebrate, they really celebrate. So much, in fact, that we've had severe FOMO never having experienced it before. But since our friend Kaisa recently moved to Oslo, we had the perfect opportunity to experience it for the first time. So this is the bridge.
We are officially passing into Norge, Norway.
Yeah, and this and You're on Your Own Kid are the best songs from Midnights.
But You're on Your Own Kid is my favorite Taylor Swift song ever. So. It really feels like they've been trying to discourage anyone from taking their car into the city today, which I completely understand because it's crazy in here.
Okay, this is turning into a bit of a hairy situation. So now our plan is just to drive out of the city and hope for the best. Oh, we found parking, street parking at that. It's nice, it's in a beautiful neighborhood, and it's free today. So just to have physical proof, I paid 1 crown. I got a ticket printed just so it says it expires tomorrow. Actually, I want to go over to this side of the street because the plants, this smells so good.
Woo. Now it's time to find Kaisa and get the day started. So I gotta quickly say that, the irony with us being here as Swedes celebrating Norway's National Day is basically that what they're celebrating is independence from us. So, yeah, we're joining in on the festivities. Nowadays, of course, we're all best friends up here in Scandinavia, so we're in the Nordics in general. We celebrate each other's successes. Alright, that's a gross simplification, so here's a quick history lesson. Although we're friendly neighbors these days, the 3 Scandinavian countries have been fighting for control over each other for hundreds of years. In 1397, the 3 kingdoms, along with their respective possessions, entered into the Kalmar Union, the largest country in Europe at the time and the largest Nordic nation to ever exist. The stability of the union was always a bit rocky, but it managed to stay relatively intact until June 6, 1523, which is the day Sweden officially said bye-bye and elected iconic King Gustav Vasa. So for that reason, Sweden celebrates its National Day on June 6th, but what about Norway? Well, Norway and Denmark stayed unified after Sweden left for nearly 300 more years until they were defeated in the Napoleonic Wars and Denmark lost Norway. In an effort to prevent being ceded to Sweden, on May 17, 1814, Norway elected Christian Frederick as their king and had him sign a new constitution declaring Norway to be an independent country. But just a few months later, Sweden defeated Norway in a short war and forced them to change the constitution and enter into another union. Anyway, Sweden allowed Norway to keep the constitution mostly intact and exist as a mostly sovereign nation inside the union until it broke up in 1905. After World War II, during which Norway was under German occupation, celebrating May 17th was illegal. So nowadays, they make up for lost time by celebrating as big as they can. So we made it to the parade, but we are on the opposite side of it from Kaisa. So we're gonna try to cross it somehow, but it is hectic.
Okay, we missed it.
Just missed it. I'm playing Dancing Queen right now. Sweden wants their ABBA back. We found her! I just want to give Kaisa some appreciation. Look at this outfit. Kaisa in her bunad.
Cute, right? It's actually Swedish.
Don't say that loud.
I know. we actually saw a Swedish costume. See if we can find her again. I was thinking about wearing my other one that's like Swedish, but Norway is celebrating sovereignty from Sweden today, so I thought I'd keep it more subtle in the red color.
Culturally appropriate. The royals. They're playing the anthem right now, so.
We made it exactly in time for the parade and this.
Okay, two things I want to say. First of all, the Norwegian flag is honestly, I think, one of the prettiest flags in the world. I love the Swedish flag too, but it's just so like, bam, you know? Like it's really bam. And then secondly, something I love about the 17th May celebration is just how people wear actual traditional clothes, which is so rare in this part of the world. I feel like in Sweden we never wear any sort of traditional clothing. During midsummer some people will do it, but like very few people will, and I really appreciate that they actually value their national dress here so much, because yeah, like I feel like you don't really see that in other parts of the Nordics, not really in many places in Northern Europe. That's a really great thing. Amazing travel experiences like this one wouldn't be possible without an internet connection, so we can coordinate with the people we're trying to meet up with, in this case Kaisa, or use navigation to know where we're actually going.
We used to get physical SIM cards in every new country we visited, often spending an hour at an airport phone operator booth, trying not to lose our normal physical SIM, etc.
That's until we discovered Airalo, which is an app that we've been using for about 2 years now.
Now we simply buy and install our eSIM before our trip, and then we have data roaming immediately when we land.
This saves you from any unexpected cost, and the amazing thing is that Airalo even offers regional eSIMs, so if you're traveling to many countries in Europe, for example, you can get an eSIM that covers the entire region, so you don't need to pay for a bunch of different ones in all the different countries.
Another awesome thing is that we get to keep the same phone number we usually have, so we don't keep changing every time we go to a new place. Our family needs to add a 15th number to the contact book with a 15th country code.
Download the Airalo app today by clicking at the link in the top of the description or by scanning the QR code right here.
And as a thank you to all our awesome viewers, you can get $3 off your first eSIM using code OND3.
Thanks to Airalo for sponsoring today's video, and now let's head back to Norway.
We're at the fortress right now watching a concert with some classic Norwegian music. It's beautiful, but the backpack is heavy and we're kind of like, we need to go north, which is what we really want to get away from these people. So we're gonna head out.
These people being me?
Yeah. So Kaisa makes the best champagne cupcakes.
Vegan cupcakes.
Yeah.
She made them for us for New Year's many years ago, and it's become a classic.
Yeah. It's become a tradition, so now I'm made up for the fact that we didn't spend New Year's together this year.
Yeah, you made up. I love.
I'm made up.
Now I'm made up.
I made up and I speak English. Not.
All right, so basically what's happening now, we celebrated in the city. It was very fun. And now we are gonna drive north from here, about 3 hours, to a cabin that we've rented. Doesn't sound like the start of a scary movie at all. But yeah, we're hoping for some nice time in nature. So because of the whole travel delay thing and the debacle we had yesterday, we didn't exactly get as much time as we would have wanted in Oslo, but we were still so lucky with like the timing of everything, because we got to every single spot just as like things were starting. It is very interesting, like just thinking about the difference between Sweden and Norway in a situation like this. Like Swedish National Day, I don't know a single person who genuinely celebrates it, you know? Like some people might, you know, like they will raise the flag. People will be off work and like just enjoy the day, but like celebrating on this level, this is really something that's always fascinated me about Norway, because they really have such a strong like national pride that is present in Sweden, but people don't really allow themselves to be proud or like openly proud because it's kind of got negative associations. Obviously, Sweden and Norway have very different histories. Sweden has been kind of the oppressor, and we haven't really been in a war for like 200 plus years. Very different histories lead to very different ways of celebrating our national days today.
We started the drive into the mountains, and the drive just got more and more stunning the further we drove on. We took a pee. Okay, Oskar is announcing. We took a pee break at this like roadside stop, and Oskar and I are both like, the air, the smell, it's so amazing. And Kaisa's like, what did you say?
Like, this is normal. This is how it should be. It smells. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I do appreciate it. I do go outside and I'm like, oh, it smells nice. It's beautiful.
This normal in Norway. Oh, Norway!
Norway, this is normal. So we also, okay, Kaisa's gonna like bomb the video, but first of all, this toilet is called Dan Pho, I have to point out. But when we arrived here, I was like, free toilet in the middle of nowhere.
No, but like, can we just take it? Like, we had to stop. And Daniel's like on the way. He's like, we have to turn it. We have to take down the window. I have to smell the air. And then we stop and you're like, oh, no way, there's a real toilet? And I'm like, yes. Obviously.
What do you mean, obviously?
Obviously.
Yeah, I see it.
And it has your name on it.
I'm gonna leave the kids behind and I'm gonna review this public toilet. This is clean. Look at this. Oh, the smell isn't great. I think I'm just gonna use Mother Nature. Yeah, I mean, pretty good for a stop in the middle of nowhere.
We are deeply concerned. We are 4 minutes from our Airbnb, and there is a mountain just over here that is covered in snow. We brought
on our level.
Oh my god, it's on the same height as us, and we brought summer clothes, so that's great. Let's hope for the best, because I'm always very cold, so seeing snow is
it's so good.
It's
good one. Besides that, the drive has been like one of the most beautiful drives in a very long time.
I don't know how many times we've said, oh my god, look! Oh my god, it's so pretty! Oh my god, it's so beautiful, look!
Okay, this is just blowing us away. It is a lot colder than we thought, but I can't even begin to describe what a magical moment this is. Sunset, and well, it's past sunset, but since we're so close to summer solstice and we're really far north at this point, it is 10:20 p.m. and this is what it looks like. No! Okay, no, not me! I'm not the one you hate.
You want some? Not my little Ron.
no. Hey, don't.
This is not what we were expecting. The whole ride has been so green and lush, and now we got sort of like further up on the mountain. And here, you can really tell that spring hasn't really arrived yet. And the air is cold, but so fresh. Alright guys, we just arrived. I think we're gonna show you around the cabin tomorrow. Like, I'll just give you a preview now, but I'm not kidding that when we came inside, all three of us audibly gasped. Look at this. Wow. Wow. Norway has no business being this pretty and being so close by to Sweden, and we have explored very little of it. until now. It's time to see a bit more of our friendly neighbor. And good morning, everyone. It is so peaceful, so quiet. The only thing you can hear is the little stream that runs past our house and the bird song. And today we're gonna head out for a hike in a national park that's close to here. But first, let's show you this beautiful cabin that we're staying in.
Do you just want to get the tour?
No, I was thinking I could voice over you.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
You do it. So
you just mouth the words.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody, welcome to the house tour of this cabin, which I will be giving today, of this house tour of this cabin. Anyways, let me show around this house tour of the cabin. Shall we start? Here's the living room.
Okay, now I'll do it serious. Here's the living room, the best part, with a crazy view outside. This is as Nordic as it gets. So here's one bathroom. And then here we have the kitchen around here. This is also very nice. Nice kitchen, yeah, nice, very nice.
Nice. Something tells me Daniel thinks it's nice.
Then we have multiple bedrooms. One bedroom here, our bedroom here, which we're not gonna show because it's very messy. Another bathroom. Do you wanna show this just to give an idea of what it's like upstairs?
I'm gonna take B-roll.
Oh, Oscar's taking B-roll. Okay, and then upstairs we have this beautiful open space with a view outside and 2 bedrooms on each side.
Wow, I've never seen so much enthusiasm in a house tour ever.
I know, I don't oversell it. By the way, a heads up, if you're renting a cabin anywhere in Scandinavia, especially Sweden and Norway, I think, be careful because the standards are more like a hostel in terms of what they expect you to do. Many times you have to clean the house yourself, even if there's a cleaning fee. You have to bring your own sheets and towels, sometimes toilet paper. So for international travelers, just, warning, because that's incredibly inconvenient. And I know many other places like New Zealand where you can go to a similarly remote place, you usually don't have to do that. Dying. Okay, I have to turn on the music. Like, now we are just fully surrounded by snow. The air feels like we're about to go skiing. And we have like spring clothes with us, so that's great. But it is unbelievably beautiful. So if anything, we're just lucky to see this from the car. Like, if it's too cold, we don't have to spend too much time outside. We just enjoy the view from here.
We made it out into the mountains. Swedes are all about the outdoors and they love it. But Norwegians are truly unhinged. Like, it's just another level. Don't you think, guys?
I do.
What are your biggest differences between Swedes and Norwegians as a Swede who's now been living in Norway for many, many years?
The obsession with hyttekultur, like going to cabins, is so different. Like, we have a cabin in Sweden that we go to in the summers, but here, this concept called hyttekontor. So like, the pandemic, we had home office, hjemmekontor, but now they also have hyttekontor. So like, I've noticed a lot of people on Fridays go home early or they work from home from their hytta. So that's a pretty big difference. They don't have that in Sweden. We're so connected to our devices, and I think it's really cool that like everyone, all ages, is like, okay, we're going to the cabin, we're gonna go ski, we're gonna go hiking, we're gonna go canoeing, whatever.
Norwegians seem so much more like willing to not be so stuck up. As Swedes, I feel very
more down to earth, maybe.
This is my image. This is what I can't go to the countryside. Here they're just like, screw it. We're wearing our national dress on our national day.
We're gonna go hiking with the flag in our backpack.
Yeah, and they're so much more national, like not nationalistic, because that is a bad connotation, but like they're so proud of their country
for a
and
lot
of their
of good
flag.
reasons. Like they have really valid. I mean, everyone I guess has reasons, but I admire them a lot. I think they're healthy. They have a really good mindset. They want to be immersed in nature, and I mean, why wouldn't you want to be immersed in the nature here?
This is crazy.
Okay, random, but I just have to say, if you're ever going to Sweden, not Norway, buy this because this is like my childhood snack. Not snack, but my childhood like favorite. Every summer when we come to visit, I have to eat this by a lake. Oh, they're so good. This is much better than like no shade to, I think it's the Austrian brand that makes a similar thing, but these are really where it's at.
Oh my god. Reindeer incoming. Oh, they're so cute. Checking out the water temperature somewhere. Yep. It is confirmed not warm.
Pizza with snow in the background.
No, tell us how much these pizzas are. That's what's shocking.
What was it? Mine was like 218. And what was yours? 300
350?
Yeah.
I think.
So like
It's a steal.
$32.
I mean, we are in the mountains of Norway.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
And
we
it
are
looks good. It looks good.
We're in a pretty famous ski resort called Beitostølen.
Love the outfits.
Okay, we have decided, well, quick context for this. In 2017, how many years ago? 7 years ago.
Long time.
Kaisa and I swam together in Norway, actually, but in the Norwegian Arctic, Svalbard. And now we're about to do a repeat. Hopefully it's going to be a little tiny bit warmer.
I think it's gonna be warmer, for sure. We don't have to worry about polar bears this time.
That's true.
I still think I'm gonna think it's cold. I'm a little nervous. What about you?
I feel like as soon as we get out of the water, back out, it's going to be okay because
Yeah.
it's at least like sort of warm in the air. So
It feels like
Let's do
summer.
it.
Let's
Let's
do
do
it. You know, oh.
Espresso.
oh, I should have done that.
Go!
We did it. So in case someone hasn't figured this out yet, there's two different kinds of people in this duo.
The ones that entertain
And the ones that
observe.
quite literally like that. Well, especially when it comes to swimming in cold water.
Bin fertig.
Ja.
Bist du fertig? Okay, dann
I have fetish.
spielen wir.
Du hast fetish. Alles klar. Deutsch bist die Sprach, die Liebe.
Du filmen!
Nein, das mach ich
Du
nicht.
gefilmt!
Nein.
Sie gefilmt! Sie mobil Telefon! Sie filmen!
Ich heiße Kaisa und das ist Daniel.
Ich heiße Daniel und ich bin sorry.
Alright, the time has come to leave the cabin and go down, or
Yeah,
drive back, and drive down, and drive back down to Oslo.
good.
Very good
Good
English today.
This is a beautiful house, but I'm so excited to leave because the air here is like way too dry. I had to sleep in a mask yesterday because the air is so dry and I've become so sensitive to really dry air.
That is very sensitive to dry air.
Yeah.
You always have been, but it's gotten
Yeah,
worse.
so I had to literally sleep all night in a mask because I was like, but it's so beautiful here. So that's the sad thing about going.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice to be in a city though. Like we've become more city people, and I'm like, I can't wait to have many restaurant options.
We definitely need a balance in our lives, but we have become city boys, and I kind of hate it. I really kind of hate it, but I mean, Jotunheimen National Park yesterday was so beautiful. What blows my mind about this is that this is Norway, like the neighboring country to where we grew up. And it's not like we didn't know that Norway had amazing nature. Of course we know that, but it's just like when something is so close, like you don't think about it, like you don't think of going there. But now I'm like, wow, this is so close to where we go and visit our families. Like, how is that even possible? To me, that just blows my mind for some reason. But yeah, so I'm excited to come back to Norway in the future.
And look at this lady. Your hair is in your face. What? Take it.
Your sweet time.
5 hours later, we arrived in Oslo. We ordered Foodora, which is like their Uber Eats, from this place. Eat Happy Vegan. It's crazy good. Like this banh mi is better than any banh mi I had traveling around Vietnam like a month ago. Vietnamese coffee, crazy. Chendol, which Kaisa hasn't even tried yet.
Like Kendall Jenner?
Yeah, Kendall Jenner. So wow, we're very impressed by the food scene, and it wasn't cheap, but we got all this delivered to her house. It's a 20-minute car ride away, about $62, $60 or $62 for 3 of us with delivery and tip. Not
With
bad.
several dishes.
Yeah,
Not
in expensive Norway.
Well, cheers.
Thank you guys for coming along on this fun little Scandinavian road trip. We know a lot of you want us to show more of this region, so we hope we'll be able to share more of it in the future. Until you hear from us again, see you around the world.
I think our car might need a little bit of love.
She doesn't look too well.
What did you say it looked like, Kaisa?
Am I allowed to say that on national television? She's had
An accident.
looks like she's lactose intolerant. Let's just leave it at that.